First thing I want to say, I really, really, really thank you all for coming out to support me and the real comedians. Anybody know what time it is?
Hammer time.
10:04. I think this is the most sober I ever been on a Friday night at 10:04.
Yeah, we know.
Craig's like, oh, you can't go up there and get drunk and fucking slur. I'm like, okay. So this is the most sober I've ever been at 10:04 on a Friday in probably the past 30 years. Yeah, I was watching TV the other day, drunk obviously, and I'm watching this 600-pound guy on TV getting interviewed. And they're interviewing him, and he's like, I can't do nothing. He's crying, I can't do nothing to lose this weight. I tried Ozempic, I tried diets, I tried all the surgeries and everything. I just can't lose the weight. I'm thinking to myself, try heroin. I didn't know her. You know, it is what it is. No, yeah, like I said, this is the most sober I am. Because I'm a drinker. I'm a drinker. I didn't know how bad of a drinker I was until my friend last week was like, Ray. I was like, what? I never knew you drank till I saw you sober. I was like, gee, thanks. I don't know if that was a compliment or not. Last Sunday was Father's Day. Yeah, give yourselves applause wherever your father. Last Sunday was Father's Day. For some of you who don't know, the most confusing day in the ghetto. No, it reminds me of my father. You know, he passed away several years ago. Rest in peace, Cheech. But it reminds me of him. Because he was special. I don't mean special. I mean, he was fucking special. Oh my God. He was that special. You know, it reminds me of a story back in the day. Like, we're just hanging out, and he's sitting there talking to me, and he's got one tooth. I was like, Dad, you gotta do something about that tooth. Because I'm tired of people calling you Snaggle and all that bullshit. I was like, you gotta do something about that. And he's like, all right, I'll do something. I was like, today. He's like, all right. So I was like, well, I'm gonna call my dentist. He was like, dentist? No. Well, you don't got health insurance. You gotta go through my dentist. No. I was like, what do you mean no? He's like, I got a guy. I was like, you got a guy for dentistry? I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? He's like, no, I got a guy. I was like, all right, well, where are we gonna start? What are we gonna do here? He's like, give me 10 minutes. I was like, all right. So he goes to the cabinet, grabs a half a bottle of whiskey, just swigs it for like 20 minutes, and just downs the whole bottle. I'm like, oh my God, what the fuck? And then he goes in his pocket, pulls out a little bag of cocaine, does a bump, rubs the rest all over his tooth and gums. I'm like, whoa, what the fuck is going on here? And then he goes and disappears into the bathroom. I'm like, all right, what's going on here? 15 minutes later, he comes out. He's got a rag in his mouth, throws the rag on the floor. He's holding a pair of pliers. I was like, oh no, you didn't. He's like, he takes the rag off, and he's like, he's got no tooth. I was like, he's all dead. I was like, holy shit, you really pulled that fucking thing out with the fucking pliers. He's like, yeah. I got really nervous. I was like, where the fuck is all the blood? There was no blood. I'm like, what the fuck? He goes, I put a little Flex Seal up on there. I was like, Flex Seal? Like that? You can't put that in your mouth. He's like, no, it stops leaks. I was like, oh my God, holy shit. And I was like, that's not healthy. No, you can't. He's like, no, on the thing it said only harmful of children. I was like, oh my God. I was like, you fucking kidding me? I was like, now what? He's like, I called Eddie. He's gonna come get us, and we're gonna go see my guy. He's gonna take care of me with fake teeth. I was like, all right. So Eddie comes like a half hour. He rolls up in a 1952 white Cadillac just restored. It was fucking gorgeous. I was like, okay, let's all hop in. We all hop in. The father says, all right, we're going to Duncan Avenue, the projects. I'm like, what the fuck? We're going to the projects to get you fake teeth? What, that's where your guy is? Yeah, that's where he is, in Jersey City, on Duncan Avenue. I was like, all right, so we go in the car and we head off to fucking Duncan Avenue in the projects. So we roll up, and Eddie says, I am not fucking waiting for you here. You go in, and me and Ray are gonna bounce out. We'll come get you in 2 hours. If I was like, yeah, no problem. Don't worry, don't fuck with me here. I know everybody here. You know everybody in the project? All right, whatever. I'm not gonna even ask. Whatever. So he gets out. He walks into the projects. Me and Eddie bounce. We go to eat, whatever. We come back about 2 hours later. We roll up, and he's not there yet, so we wait. 10 minutes later, I see him walk out. Behind him is the dentist. Whatever. He's standing in the hall, in the front of the door there. So my dad comes walking down, strutting like John Travolta, his big smile with his new teeth. Hey, how you doing? Oh, I was like, oh my God. Gets in the car, and then I said, wait a second, Dad. I look over at the dentist. That's the guy you bought the cocaine off for, isn't it? He's like, yeah. He's like, oh, it's like he's not just your guy. He's the guy that you for everything. He's like, yeah, he's also my financial advisor too. Financial advisor. I was like, okay, all right, yeah. So we go. Now he's all like feeling confident. He's feeling great. So we get in the car and we leave. So we roll up to this store, and Eddie, the driver, he's like, listen, go in that store. I'll be 2 minutes. In that 2 minutes, I don't want nobody touching this fucking car. Me and my father, like, all right, yeah, okay. So my father gets out, and he's leaning on the car. And everybody's walking by like, wow, holy shit, nice, wow. And one couple comes by like, wow, look at the white, that's gorgeous. My father goes, yeah, I just got them today. Yeah. I'm I got up here, I was scared to do this, and I'm like, why am I scared to do this? Because fear is like, it's weird. Like you're scared of one thing, but not scared of the other thing. It's like, that doesn't even make sense. Me and my friend, we had a problem. So there was like 8 dudes, and I'm like looking at him, and we were looking. I'm like, I go, I'll fight all of you right now. Me and you, we'll go outside. Let's fucking go. I'm gonna fight all 8 of you. Just me, I'll fight all of you. And like they were like, then it was about to happen, but then we talked it out, whatever. So we went back to the bar, or FanDuel, I should say. And so that got squashed. Then my friend's like, all right, well, that was good. So he's like, hey, I like the under on the Mets. You got 1,000 in your pocket, I got 1,000 pocket. Let's put 500 on the Mets. And I'm like, oh no, I'm scared. I'm betting $10. He was like, you're just gonna fight 8 guys. You're scared to put $100 on the fucking under on the Mets, but I was like, yeah. I'm scared of that fucking $500 under the nets, but I'll fight 8 dudes. And that's weird, like the fear. Because I had a friend, I used to go fishing in Montauk, and we're out shark fishing. And the guy, we're like, you chum, and the sharks come, and they swim around. Sometimes they bite, sometimes they don't. A friend goes, watch this. He fucking jumps in the water and starts swimming with the sharks. They were mostly blue sharks, but he's like swimming with them. I was like, this fucking guy's crazy. This guy has no fear. So, he gets back. I was like, you're fucking sick. So we get back and we're walking, and all of a sudden he goes, I was like, what? It's a fucking spider. I was like, you just jumped in the fucking water with sharks. You're afraid of a little fucking spider? I was like, holy shit. And that's why I don't get like fear. You're scared of one thing and not the other. I don't know what else to say. So I thank you all for, listen. I'm gonna tell you something about my father. God rest in peace. I got 100 fucking stories about him that I could turn into comedy. This is the first one I did. And I'm telling you, if I do this more in the future, you're gonna fucking love it. Thank you, everybody. Now my best friend's coming. I'll let the host introduce him, but he's a lot more funny than me.